Welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my beauty, skincare, hair care, all-time favorites of 2023. I thought it'd be really nice just to do a little roundup of all my favorite things and talk you through them. So let's get into it. The first product I'm going to talk about is the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Cleanser. As you can see, I've used up like a lot of this. This isn't my first bottle this year either. I've only currently been doing one cleanse in the evening. I know you're supposed to do two, but I would definitely say as a first cleanse, this is a great product. It really does leave your skin feeling clean, but not stripped and dehydrated. I've also used the blue one of this, which is the hyaluronic acid version, and I loved that, but I did feel like that was a little bit stripping on my skin, so I love this for a first cleanse. Then a second cleanse, and I actually have this on my Christmas wish list. I think it could be wrapped under that tree already. The Elemis Pro Cleansing Balm, the yellow one, is my favorite. Love that cleanser. So I think the perfect cleansing duo, which I'm gonna have very shortly, is first step cleanse with this, and then second step is use the Pro Cleansing Balm because it is just so hydrating. It's like a real balm to oil texture. You feel like your skin is like bouncy after. It's great. The next one on my list is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum. This is just such a good all-rounded skin product. I feel like when you put it on at night, it really sinks into your pores. You wake up the next morning, you can see a difference in your skin. It's glowy, it's hydrating, it just does everything. And it is literally like an all-rounder for skincare. It's one of those products where I'm like, if you're starting to build a skincare collection, it's like a must. It's so good. The Medicate Retinol in the 3TR is called Supercharged 0.3% Vitamin A Serum. This stuff is strong. It's really, really good. It does what it says. It really gives you that feeling that your skin is like rejuvenating and like resurfacing. It is one of my favorite retinols that I've tried. I've also tried the La Roche-Posay retinol. The Medicate range, I just feel like you get such tiny portions. Like this is, how many mils is this? This is 15 mil, and I think it was around £35, maybe a little bit more, but it just is so potent. Like you really feel like it's doing a lot to your skin. With retinol, I feel like you have to be really consistent. It is very strong. So one thing I've not been very good at this year is sticking to my retinols. It's one of my January New Year's resolution is to get back into them, because you do notice such difference in your skin. You feel like your skin is like more plump and hydrated. It's just the first few weeks of using it and building it into your skincare routine, because you can't just go in and use this every single night. Your skin would like flake off. But you do really like start with a few drops every few days and then build it up into using it every day. And I just stupidly went on holiday in summer, got out of the routine of using it, because you have to be very careful with the SPF with these. And yeah, I really want to get back into using it. This is definitely my favorite retinol that I've ever tried. Following on from the retinol talk, I have some SPF favorites. Obviously it's December, but obviously we should all be wearing our SPF all year round. This year I've really gotten into the Ultralight Daily UV Defense. It's not the gel one, this is just the gel one's blue and this one's got the orange on it. I buy a large one of these and it kind of lasts me like almost a whole year. I think over the past few weeks, when I've been working from home and been in the house all the time, I haven't been wearing it. I know you should anyway because of windows and whatever. I feel like one of these lasts me the majority of the year, like whole summer, if not the whole year. And I also bring it down onto my chest in summer. This is the 50, I don't even know what half of these things mean, but it says SPF 50 PA with 4 pluses behind it. It says high protection, anti-pollution, UVA, UVB. I have very sensitive skin with sun creams, and this is one of the only ones, and the next one I'm about to mention, that don't break me out. Like this is, if you suffer with any sort of like acne, anything, and you want a sunscreen that's not gonna bother anything, Kiehl's is the product. It's the best. So another one, this is just like an alternative and very similar in terms of like texture and formula and irritation, everything. This is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios 50. I love the little packaging it comes in. It's very like liquid texture. This one, to be fair, is maybe a little bit creamier. This is a bit thicker. This is like very liquid, but it's not thick. It's still, this is watery, I would say. And again, one of those goes great under makeup. You barely notice it's there. Really don't have any irritation with this as well. I would say this is probably a bit more bang for your buck because this lasts so long. Whereas this, I feel like probably lasts like the summer and then it's done. But great, good for fitting in like a handbag if you're going on holiday or like on the beach, whatever. But yeah, another great one. I just want to mention Kiehl's as a brand because it's one of my favorite brands. I have so many products from Kiehl's. It's like getting kind of silly. I've got body oils, I've got body creams, I've got SPF, everything. So I just want to mention these two products. You've seen them in my recent videos, but they are two of my favorite creams. So this is a moisturizing cream. It's the Ultra Facial Cream from Kiehl's. I got the big tub. I bought this, a top up of this recently. It is just the most, it's not thick, it is thick, but it's not thick. Like it absorbs into your skin really quickly. It kind of feels like it's a gel cream formula. It just gives you like good hydration. It doesn't irritate the skin. It's not greasy at all. It's just a great moisturizer and it really sinks in. You feel it working overnight. The next one is the Creamy Eye Avocado Treatment, which I again bought recently. So you can see that there. I don't know if you can actually see, but I'll show you. I hope it's focused, who knows. It's a very thick, it's one of those eye creams, it's very thick and it does feel, compared to the Ultra Facial Cream, it feels greasy, but you know it's really hydrating. And like overnight, it doesn't irritate your eyes, it doesn't get in anywhere near your eyes. You know, like you can rub it all the way around, but you don't feel any irritation at all. And yeah, I just think it's really good to have an eye cream in your stash. Okay, so now on to makeup. I'm not going to go through every single makeup item that you could ever have. I'm only going to talk about my top favorite products. So I will start first of all with concealer. I don't know why I'm starting with concealer. Some people would start with foundation first, but let's go with concealer. This is my all-time favorite concealer. It's the Maybelline Erase Multi-Use Eye Concealer. It's just so easy to go on. People think it's unhygienic because of the sponge, but I really don't mind. It's my own skin and yeah, it might be a bit gross, but it smells fine. Great foundation, not foundation, multi-use product. So you can use it. Sometimes I get a bit carried away and I'm like, oh, actually that's fine. Just blend it in and use it for a bit of everything. I really love this. I think it goes on so well. I pat it in. It doesn't dry my skin out. It doesn't crease or cake up or anything. I love it. I think it's better than the NARS. I think it's better than the Bobbi Brown ones. I just think easy and it's drugstore. You can pick it up everywhere. They've always got loads of shades, so great one. I've also seen people using these in the darker shades for paler skin as a contour. And I think that they've got some really good ones. I might actually pick one of those up. I would say this year I've had two favorites in terms of foundation. One is the Maybelline True Match with the pipette on top. I'll put a picture in of it there. It's such a lightweight foundation. It kind of like glides on. It's like it really reminds me of the Chanel Aqua Fresh. It's really runny in texture. It's light. You barely notice it on your skin. It's like one of the best foundations, I think. High end or drugstore, I think True Match is amazing. I'm also loving, I've got this recently, the It Cosmetics CC Cream in Factor 50 Plus. So this is a great one for on holiday on top of your sunscreen, obviously. I just think it's great. It's so hydrating. It is very thick, so I think a little bit goes a really long way, but it's just like a great, very, very dewy foundation. Completely different texture to the True Match. Like the True Match is really runny and thin and like kind of glides on like the Aqua Fresh. Whereas this is a bit thicker. It is hydrating, it's dewy, love it. Foundations are great, but on holiday, you don't want a big thick layer of foundation on your skin. You don't want any sort of trace of a product. I always love the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. My packaging is all kind of rubbed off now. I use the shade 3 Fair Pale, and it's not that pale to be honest. It's got like a real glow and sheen to it where you can just kind of get away with just wearing that with a tiny bit of concealer and you look like your skin is glowing. I don't think it gets enough hype. And it's very hyped already. I would highly recommend purchasing that. Next up is another one that I use in summer all the time. This is the Glossier Future Dew. It says to apply 2 pumps of this product and I'm always baffled by that because it goes so dewy and it like really spreads over your skin. It's the most amazing sunlight, sun-kissed look. So you can see how wet that is. Like it is the most gorgeous. It's kind of like a serum primer hybrid, and they do market it as like a skincare product come makeup product, but I just think it looks so beautiful. Like if you put a little layer of fake tan and then put some of this on top, your skin just looks like glass. It's more of a summer product for me, I have to say. Or I'll put a bit on the back of my hand and then I'll just like tap it on top of my final makeup and it just gives like such a nice glow. I love it. Next, I'm going to talk about 2 favorites together. They are the Clinique Chubby Sticks. So I have the Amped Up Apple, which is like a really nice pinky mauve kind of color blush. And then I have the Curvy Contour, which I would say is way more of a bronzer shade than a contour. I bought these in September. I've had this one before, but I bought them both in September and I've used them every single day since. I just think they are so nice for like warming up the skin. They're so easy to use. They like blend in amazingly. They are just like gorgeous, easy to use cheek products. Because they're sticks and they're creamy, they are really dewy. There's like no caking going on. They just blend in so nicely. Would highly recommend these. Now we have some tanning favorites. So the first one I would say is like an ultimate all-time favorite. I've had about 10 bottles of this, I'm not kidding. The Jamie Genevieve U-Tan in 50% darker. So this is the most gorgeous, easy to use. You don't rub it in, just spray it on at night after you do your skincare. You wake up with such a nice glow. This is like a holiday must-have in my eyes. Like, amazing facial tanner, love it so much. It also has skincare benefits, and I really do think that your skin somehow, it does something to your skin and it makes it look great. It's fantastic, great product. Another one in a similar kind of vein to this is the Saint-Tropez Self-Tan Spray. It says purity on it, but I don't know. It gives natural glowing skin, and that is literally all it does. So this one is like more of a tan. You really do like have a bit of color when you wear this one. This is more of like a very natural light glow. I also watched Jenny Claffey, her wedding video where she talked about what she did for tan. I've just fake tanned this morning, which is why my neck is looking all mental. I'm still to wash it off. But she said that a great tip was on her wedding day, she moisturized her hands properly and her face, like really moisturized everything. Then she like washed it off sort of thing. And then she drenched her hands in this, as in like a thick, very like heavy layer of this Saint-Tropez self-tanning water. And she said it looked incredible. And I didn't see any sort of streak marks on her hands, and I think that's such a good tip, and I'm definitely going to use it next time. Okay, now I'm going to do a little bit of hair care. I cannot do a video mentioning products without mentioning the Tresemme Heat Defense. This is my one big find of the year. I feel like any heat defense will do, of course, but this has changed my hair. I love it. It's such a an inoffensive product. You don't even notice it's on. It doesn't change the texture of your hair. It just protects your hair, and it's changed my life. I don't know why I wasn't using heat protector my whole life. I don't know what I was doing, but it's honestly changed my hair and I love it. I've also been loving this year the VO5 Gel Spray Mega Hold. I use this kind of in place of a hairspray. I have quite fine hair, and I find that when I do curls or any sort of style, when I then spray it with hairspray, it's kind of like it's getting a layer of wetness and it drops the style. Whereas I'll spray this into my hands and then I'll crunch my hair, and I just feel like it really does hold. It also is very easy to kind of brush out and re-zhuzh your hair, and it looks great. So would highly recommend this. And finally onto body care. So I only have one body care product to mention to you, and that is the luxurious Clarins Body Soothing Moisture Milk. I just love this. I love the packaging. It looks lovely on your dressing table. It smells gorgeous like all of the Clarins products, and I just think it's such a luxury to kind of put on after a nice shower. You just feel like you're doing something bougie and like self-care for yourself. So I really love this. I would highly recommend. It smells gorgeous. So those are my favorite products of 2023. I hope you've enjoyed watching my Vlogmas videos. This one I thought I would just sneak in there as an extra video. So I hope that you're still following along. I have one more video for you tomorrow. It's going to be a vlog. I hope you're having a lovely December, and I will see you tomorrow for the next video. Bye.